Hey YouTubers, and we're back with another kind of an anime discussion. Not really a Dragon Ball discussion, but I have D-Free, DBZHD. You want to say hi, man?
What is good, guys? My name is D-Free, and thanks for having me on, Mark.
Yeah, totally. And so today we're actually going to be talking about something a little bit different than a lot of people are talking about, and that's really freemium gaming in the anime community. And it's something that we've seen pop up a lot in recent months and years. We have Dokkan Battle, we have Bleach Brave Souls, Treasure Cruise. I'm pretty sure Hunter x Hunter has one. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but doesn't Pokemon and all the I think a lot of the main anime series actually have these type of games. Is that right?
Yeah, well, Pokemon is going to get the Pokemon Go, which is a little bit different, and that's not out yet. It's more the augmented reality or virtual reality, one of the two, but it's not out yet. And I don't think it even has a release date at this point yet. But mainly, almost all of the main mainstream animes actually do have mobile games at this point.
Basically, what we're going to cover with this is not only are these games really fun, and we've seen a whole lot of people, D-Free included, and myself included, actually post the gameplay footage of these games and kind of teach people how to play them or give their sights and insights about how to do this. But one of the big problems, and at least in my opinion, I'm going to ask D-Free about, is whether or not the whole freemium aspect of these games is actually kind of detrimental to the anime community as a whole. And personally, at least in my opinion, I think that the answer is an absolute yes. I think a lot of kids are playing these games, a lot of kids are playing these things, they don't have the money to pay for this stuff, and I know the business model is if you have the money and you don't have the time, you'll pay the money to make it, and if you want to play for free, you can as well, and you can do that. But these games, at least in my experience, they just choke you out of playing, and they're very, very addictive. They remind you every couple of days or hours or something that you need to keep playing, or things are recharging or certain events are happening, and you're like, oh shit, I really want to play, but I really can't. I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have anything, but I'm running out of soul tickets, or I'm running out of this stuff, I don't have enough stones, I don't have enough anything to even play or beat the next Broly Dokkan summoning event tournament challenge thing. And I want to know, do you think that these are detrimental to people? Is it addicting? It's addicting on purpose. Are kids probably going around and spending money they don't have, or their parents' money, or even just regular people who have grown up and really like these shows, and they're spending too much money on doing this shit for shitty summons and not enough items or anything like that? Or is it a healthy thing? Is it getting the word out? Is it getting these animes that have kind of dwindled in popularity or anything back in the limelight, and people playing it on their mobile games? Is maybe I should check out that anime, maybe I should go watch it, maybe I should buy the manga. What are your thoughts, D-Free?
Well, I mean, it's kind of twofolded. I mean, you can say it's a good thing, you can say it's a bad thing. I mean, for the longest time, I had always wanted there to be mobile-based games for animes on my phone, essentially. There was none of that. I used to be heavy emulator usage. I mean, I would download all these games, all these emulators, phone be jailbroken, rooted, whoever you want to call it, for the two platforms and whatnot. But, with the changes that they've made and them actually taking the time to produce these games, I haven't really felt the need to do that. But also, like you said, the game is highly addicting, and it is, in a sense, and this goes for all of them. I mean, there's some that are a little bit more generous than others. There are some versions of games Dokkan JP versus Global that have better rates, but at the end of the day, they all follow the same business model, and that's to let you play for a certain amount of time, and then after a certain amount of time, you have to start paying to play the game, or you can't keep up with everybody else, or you can't play as frequently, or you're just not as good at the game. And that kind of is a little bit detrimental, especially like you said, with a younger audience that can't really support that type of business model and is completely free to play, essentially. Because there are some games that I pay on, there are some games I don't pay on, and some games you have to, sometimes you don't. It just depends on your level of competitiveness with the game. But I do think that when you talk about it, it can be detrimental, because these games can suck the life out of you, because they're constantly, like you said, they're notifying you, hey, this is going on, be sure to catch this, be sure to miss this. And Bleach is notorious for this. They're like, oh, your spirit tickets have recharged. I'm like, damn it. Now I gotta go back and play. And Dokkan's not so bad, because Dokkan tells you stuff days later. They'll say, oh, there's a new summon. I'm like, yeah, I knew that 2 days ago, thanks. But Bleach tells you instantly, and I'm like, damn it, now I gotta go back and play. And like I said, there are some games that are a little bit more generous generous. Like, I think the mechanics on Bleach are straight shit because you have to get so many goddamn spirit orbs to do a summon, and then you get so many duplicates, and the rates are so bad. And then, you know, when you step over to games like Hunter x Hunter, they give you the freaking gem every day. Even in Treasure Cruise, which is made by Bandai, majority of these games are made by Bandai, they give you rainbow gems every day. I don't even know if there's a way to do a multi-summon on there, but anyways, you know, they give you the in-game currency every day. Some games are a little bit more lenient with that, and they don't mind that. Some games have better rates, but it really comes down to what you're necessarily talking about, because like I said, you know, when it comes to the Bleach game, they're not very generous with the currency. I believe you said at some point they stopped allowing you to get spirit orbs via like doing co-ops and stuff like that, which is the most efficient way to get them. And, you know, with other games, you know, you run out of quests to do, so you can't get them anymore. So eventually they all come to the same point where you're waiting for, you know, login bonuses, or, you know, them to hand you this or that, or you're paying to play the game. And they all come to that same conclusion after a certain amount of time. And that's probably the worst thing about the games.
And just to like kind of go on that a little bit more, you know, with Dokkan Battle, you can Dokkan awaken certain characters. That's right? I'm not crazy, but you can do that. In Bleach, you really can't. You're stuck with your level 5, and you have to level them up as you go, and it's really annoying because once you start getting those 5 stars or those 4 stars, it's really hard to sacrifice the characters that you've worked so hard to get, and to level up that one particular character that you got that you really want to level up, or even that you need to level up to do battle co-op or whatever. And the problem is like you get so many shitty drops or summons, and like you said, multiple ones. And the one I'm thinking is, you know, they have this situation built up where you can pay a little bit of money, or they're expecting like maybe like 1 to 5% of people to actually go and pay a whole lot of money, or a little bit of money to actually play this game, while the rest of the majority of this plays for free and eventually gets choked out and either have to do what I did, which is actually start the game over and hope for better luck. Because as you and I have talked out off air, like we've talked about how these games are basically account based, and some accounts are much luckier than others. I've played my new account on Bleach Brave Souls for like a day and a half, and I'm already far beyond where I ever was in my first account. And part of that is experience, and part of that is just me being freaking lucky. And also I think they're making summons a little bit easier. But regardless, do you think it would be good or better for the game itself to have kind of a monthly subscription? Could they even do that for a game? Like, I know they could do that for apps. Like, can they do that for a game where like we can all kind of play evenly, and if you want to do better or you want to level up faster or something, you can pay real like extra money to do that?
Well, I think that would work. I mean, it just comes down to everybody's, once again, level of competitiveness, because the only game I really pay on per se is the global version of Dokkan, because that's the one I spend the most time on. Like, it's different for the other games like Hunter x Hunter. They give you so many gems like every day. Once again, the One Piece game, they give you gems every day. And Bleach, they're finally starting to get to the point where they're capping me out, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, I'm content with that. Like, I've got, you know, my squad, and I'm cool with that. Even like I told you, I do play actually Final Fantasy Record Keeper. That game is probably the most generous game. They give you the in-game currency every day. It's mithril. It's awesome, and you don't have to summon the characters. You just summon their equipment. You actually can unlock the characters and just summon the equipment, and that's awesome. I got Cloud from just playing the game. Like, that's incredible, you know. Like, and I think that's a great mechanic. But when it comes down to it having a monthly subscription, getting back on topic, I think that it's something that could work. But they're gonna have to have a little bit of leniency with that, because there are some players that will go out and pay more versus, you know, what the actual subscription is. Because if it's going to be a subscription, it's going to be a package. They're going to say, we're going to give you X number of this if you pay this much, or you can get this type of subscription, etc., etc. They would have to have something, because like I said, there are some people that I've got some fat pockets because I got a good ass job and I'm able to take care of what I need to do. But there's some people that spend a lot fucking more than I do, and it's like, I'm all for that. I mean, if you're able to support what you do, I'm not going to pay shame you, because if you love something, you're going to put, you know, your effort into it, and if you can, you're going to support it, because these games, while you can play for free, they're not free for the developers. It's not free to get the server going and running on a daily consistent basis. It's not free to do the maintenance. It's not free to do updates. It's not a free game. It's just not. While you have the ability to play free, I think that's why after a while they kind of dwindle it down. It's sort of like a trial and error thing where you're like, okay, well, I like it. Well, if you want to continue playing this game, you can either slow down your pace exponentially or pay. But with the subscription, I think both sides would win because it would probably be something a little bit more cost effective to where, you know, a kid can walk up to their mom, hey mom, can I get $20? You know, that's easy. Like, can I do some chores, get $20 for the month, and I'll get a subscription if you really want to play this game, or if you don't have anything else better to spend the money on, you know. I think that a subscription would actually be a very interesting way to take it, to be honest.
Yeah, and I like what you said about having tiers of subscription, like a gold, a platinum, silver, bronze, whatever. It's like paying like $20 a month to paying like $100 a month, and you get like uber good rates or drops or summons or something like that. In terms of like having millions of people paying a little bit of money instead of like a lot of people, or a very small amount of people paying top freaking dollar. I know like Bleach Brave Souls, it's like $75 for the biggest like spirit orb drop they have, and it will get you absolutely freaking nowhere. You know, like spirit orbs.
Well, hell yeah, it won't get you anywhere. It's weird too because you can buy the in-game currency, but your rates stay the same. So you're essentially forced to continue to buy because you get to the point where it's like RNG is a bitch, yo. So I'm gonna keep on buying until I get what I want. That's the mechanic. They charge so much, the rates are shit, and then you have to come back and buy more for shit rates until you get what you want.
But it's like that. It's like that to keep you addicted and keep you playing. And the people who actually pay will keep paying. And the problem is, or the way I see it is, with a subscription base, if they have probably, I feel like, what did they say in Bleach Brave Souls, they had like, what, 10 million people download the game recently? Like, if all those people were paying $20 a month or $10 a month or something like that,
they'd make more money.
They would make way more money. So I think you and I have kind of talked this to death, and what it's like, it would just be one of these things where I want freemium games to be a little less scummy. I'm getting really kind of tired with them, although I am really kind of addicted to all the games. I'm trying to get back into Dokkan and playing Brave Souls. I don't know enough about anything to play any of the other ones, so it's just one of those things. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about this?
No, I mean, I've gotten to the point where there's so many mobile games that my phone just can't hold them anymore. It's just like, you got to pick and choose now. Good thing I got a few different devices, but it's like you got to pick and choose. So if you have the chance, I'm going to tell you this now. If you have the chance, anybody watching, to stay away from mobile games, stay away from mobile games. Just do it. Just stay away, because they're addicting.
Yeah, anyway, guys, definitely check out D-Free. I'm going to put him in the description below. And, you know, the thing is, like, he covers a lot of this stuff. He'll put up a lot of Dokkan battle stuff, a lot of Bleach Brave Souls. If you like that stuff, then definitely go to his channel. He has really good commentary on it, and he can actually teach you how to play Dokkan battle. That's actually pretty awesome. So it's a hard game to learn, guys. Anyway, have a nice day, everybody.
Peace out.